everybody. Today I'm going to talk about fat loss and getting ripped. Getting ripped for beach season. Sun's out, guns out, right? You got to get ready. Got to hit the beach and look good. Got to burn that fat. Right about now you're going to start seeing a lot of fat loss guides, workouts, and diets specifically for that purpose. You know, men's health or women's health, fitness, whatever, you know, fitness mags are out there. They're pretty much always showing that anyway. But I feel like now you're going to see that being pushed a little bit harder because people want to look good for the beach. They're starting to feel that pressure to look good as we get closer to summer and people are going to be outside more and wearing less clothing. So they want to feel good about their body so that they can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with wanting to feel confident. So there's going to be a big push for those type of, you know, even from sites like Blood and Iron, you know, free sites and blogs and, you know, Facebook pages, people trying to put out that type of content because that's what people want. I mean, hell, that's why I'm talking about it, because people want to learn about it. They want answers, you know, and hopefully that's what I'm doing with these videos, is providing answers, providing information that people want, people need in order to do something, whatever that is. And obviously fitness is the area that I try to help people. But what can you do to actually lose weight? You know, as I was sitting here figuring out the topic I was going to talk about in this video, I was thinking about, I could talk about, you know, real ways to do that, potential pitfalls, and good programs that are out there. So there's a lot of content. There's a lot of, you know, material that can be covered in this area. I'm just going to talk about some potential things that could go wrong, or things that you should avoid in order to be successful. So number one, don't fall for short, gimmicky, like 30-day transformation type things, or diets. Diets are temporary solutions to a long-term problem. Don't view a diet as a way to lose weight and then you're going to keep it, because if you change your diet, that's the correct use of the term. The word diet just means what you eat. It's not something you do, it's what you eat. But anyway, don't view a diet as a solution, because it's temporary, and it's the way you're thinking about it. If you think about going on a diet to lose weight, it's not a permanent solution. You have to think about lifestyle modification. Change the way you eat on a permanent basis so that you can have long-lasting results. That's going to allow you to make the long-term gains, to keep the weight off, to actually get healthy. If you just go on a diet, it won't last. You've probably heard that before, but I think it bears repeating. Try to make little changes over time that will eventually add up to the way that you want to eat in order to change your body. You know, doing a little something here and there adds up over time, as long as you can maintain that habit and keep building new, better habits. Like if you're somebody that drinks soda, ideally you want to eliminate that from your diet. Maybe, okay, if you want to be a little bit more lenient about it, if you don't want to be a Nazi, then you could limit it to, you know, a cheat meal once a week, you know, twice a month. But to get to that point, if you just try to go cold turkey when you're used to drinking 2 or 3 sodas a day, or pops, whatever you call them, that's probably not going to work. So cut down gradually by reducing the amount that you can have each day, or have, 1 day a week where you don't have any. Try that, and then keep adding up the days where you're not having any, or the days where you're reducing your amount, and over time you cut down your soda intake significantly until you don't have any. And that kind of principle you can apply to anything. If there's something else that you're going to have that's is not good for you, because come on, we all know what's not good for us. There's no real secrets to dieting or eating right. See, now I'm using the word incorrectly. It's just doing it, right? We know that soda's not good for us. We know that ice cream and cake and cookies and all the other things that taste good are not great for our bodies, but we eat them anyway because they're delicious. And sometimes we do it for emotional reasons or whatever, but I'm not going to get into that. But if you make a new habit, to eat less of those things, you restrict it, that becomes the new way of eating. Over time, you can eliminate things that are bad for you, and then you'll have a new, better diet, and it'll be permanent. Also, you can use that principle to gradually introduce new things that are better for you, like vegetables and fruits and water. Just drink plain water. Increase your water intake, increase your fruit and vegetable intake, increase your intake of fish and lean meats, things like that, but do it over time. And I know that is hard because we want it right now. We want the weight loss right now. We want the results right now. Much easier to just do everything all at once, we think, but then we end up crashing after a week or two, and then we give up. Make little changes over time. One last thing I'll say real quick about fat loss is focus on real food. Focus on eating things that have been around for a long time, and I don't mean like 2-week-old bananas. I mean foods that have been in our species. I'm at a loss for words right now. Things that we have eaten, speaking from an ancestral standpoint, for a long period of time. So like 500 years ago, or even 100 years ago, we weren't eating Ben and Jerry's, right? So look at things that we have eaten for a long time. I'm not even saying, paleo. I'm not even saying don't eat bread, because if you look at the Mediterranean diet, and if you haven't, it's something worth looking into. Those, that group of people, there's been a lot of studies on the Mediterranean diet, and they are one of the longest lived group of people in recorded history. It's a good diet, it works. But even then, they're eating things that have been around for a long time. So breads that don't have a lot of crap in them. Fruit, not very much fruit actually. Good fats from things like olive oil and nuts. Fish, some lean meat, but not a lot of chicken or steak. Mostly fish. Some cheeses, but good quality stuff. Like feta. Sorry, someone was turning in front of me. Things like that. Good quality fats. Lean proteins. Lots of vegetables. Those kind of things. So you're not eating things that are highly processed. Avoid the processed foods. Avoid the Pop-Tarts and the microwave meals and the processed meats, like your Tyson breaded shredded chicken fingers, even though those are delicious as well. Things like that. The less we have messed with it, the less people have touched it and poked it, prodded it, chopped it up, put it through machines, stuffed it with chemicals and additives and fortified it. The less we've done that to it, the better it is for you, probably. So that's it. I'm gonna leave it at that. Good luck. If you're trying to lose fat for the summer, you still got time. Got lots of time. But do it right, do it incrementally, and you'll be a lot more successful. Talk to you guys later.